We actually went through a series of meetings here at Shudder before we decided to show this movie, and we decided that, yes, human knowledge would be advanced by analyzing the various kill scenes and the backstory on the various types of demons, or maybe zombies, we're not quite sure, that populate the film, and that was a very painful decision. But we made it, and we stand by it. Don't you love it when CEOs and public officials and celebrities say that? You know, we made a painful decision today. Like they were writhing around in their Corinthian leather chairs, screaming in agony. Somebody calls a press conference and they start out, regrettably, we've made the painful decision. You may be shocked to learn it's not the guy getting fired who's in pain, it's the guy who fired him. He's in pain. It's not the 1,000 workers being laid off who are experiencing discomfort. We should focus on that guy who's laying him off. He's in pain. It's not the family members of the missing person who are in unbearable agony. It's that police official calling off the search. See, all of our assumptions about how pain works are apparently wrong. You know, it's an adult version of the old, this is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you, which is what your daddy says before he wails the crap out of you. You know, well, guess what? It doesn't hurt daddy more than it hurts you. And it doesn't hurt the guy who goes back to the executive suite and downs a couple of single malts either. It's actually the apex of being a self-centered creep to say, don't look at the situation here and the people that are about to get nuked. Look at me, damn it, I'm a tortured sadist. So I guess I just did that. Instead of saying, here's the movie, I had to go and say, this was a painful decision that we made. You know, there's a guy named John McTaggart, the president of Minnesota Public Radio. He's so good at the painful decision, he made 2 of them in 1 month. The first one was he fired Garrison Keillor, a painful decision, he said, one that we did not make lightly. And then when Garrison was not sufficiently remorseful, he held a press conference to make yet another painful decision to release the details of his investigation into Garrison's conduct. This was a guy experiencing so much pain on our behalf, he had to kill the guy twice. And remember James Comey? He made that painful decision to reopen the Hillary Clinton email investigation 11 days before the election. It was so painful for James, I can't possibly understand why Hillary is still talking about it today. Doesn't she recognize the Shakespearean anguish of law enforcement officials? Oh, and who doesn't feel sorry for Lena Dunham, the actress who made the painful decision to send her adopted dog, Lambie, back to the shelter after he'd already become accustomed to living with her for 4 years. No. I'm surprised Lena didn't have to check into the asylum. Her body was racked by excruciating emotional pain. Lambie, on the other hand, was spared any further emotional shock from watching Lena copulate with tattooed geeky boys. So maybe it was for the best. What we need to realize is that pain abounds mostly among the employed and the powerful. Like Congressman Mike Kaufman and his wife, Colorado Attorney General Cynthia Kaufman, made a joint painful decision after much soul searching. I forgot the soul searching part, by the way. All painful decisions are accompanied by soul searching. So the Kaufmans searched their souls and decided on a divorce after 12 years of marriage. Now, if you're going to announce a painful decision, especially one that would normally remain private, you should probably go ahead and give details. You know, why was it painful? Did Mike leave the toilet seat up? Did Cynthia have a one-night stand with a beefcake stripper from the Thunder Down Under all-male review? If you want us to empathize with your pain, come on, let's go, give it up, spill. In fact, if we ever establish rules for painful decisions, can we just get rid of the end of relationship press conference? I know it was a painful decision to throw all his stuff out on the street. We could probably go on Facebook on any given day and find 17 million painful decisions involving 2 people who decide eternal love has turned into blotchy mascara and scenes where you say, I never liked your mother either. You know, a woman named Megan Webb wrote a widely circulated article about her painful decision at age 32 to stop teaching elementary school in Palm Beach, Florida, and get a job that pays more. When she gets that first check with the additional 50% income, she might be in so much pain that she'll have to move somewhere less affluent than Palm Beach, like Beverly Hills. Now, sometimes even whole organizations can experience pain. If you go to the website of MedNet of Maine, a PPO for healthcare, you get the following message. MedNet has made the painful decision to close our doors. All the people who can no longer afford to go to the doctor are presumably sending wreaths and letters of condolence to MedNet headquarters. Superstar entertainers probably make more painful decisions than any other single group. Toni Braxton, she made the painful decision to break away from her sisters and go solo. Lionel Richie, he made the painful decision to leave the Commodores. Every time a musician switches labels or an actor changes managers, the decision is so damn painful that all the people who are thrown out of work because the star went somewhere else are no doubt ashamed of being alive, since their devotion to that person's career resulted in so much agony. The same thing with sports teams too. They're always making painful decisions to get rid of this player or that player. The New York Giants made the painful decision to cut Victor Cruz. The Yankees had to make the painful decision not to give Alex Rodriguez all his bonuses in his final year. Painful decisions in professional sports make me feel sorry for those masochistic owners. They bought those teams apparently not knowing that the average career of a basketball player is 5.5 years, and the average for that's for a baseball player, and the average for a basketball player is 4.8 years, and the average for an NFL football player is a mere 3.3 years. So that results in such a revolving door of painful decisions that most of those billionaire franchise owners end up in pain management programs at the Mayo Clinic. You know what, though? I'm always puzzled when a city council or a legislature or a judge makes a painful decision, since the whole purpose of having city councils, legislatures, and judges is to make frickin' decisions, you know? That's like taking a job as a swimming instructor and then saying, you know, the troublesome thing about this job is that I have to get wet every day. Because what people really mean when they say painful decision is decision. You know, the unpainful decisions are not decisions. You know, we don't care about your pain because it's not pain. I'm surprised I have to explain these things.